The Penn State basketball team has not made the NCAA tournament since 2001. But today, we change their fortunes. Welcome to the Penn State Basketball Dynasty here on College Hoops 2K23. We begin our journey here at Penn State and look to change this football school into a basketball powerhouse. So let's meet the team. Our prize recruit coming into this series is freshman guard Shiro Takihara, a guy that comes from Japan, is a very good on-ball defender, a passer, and a shooter. He is an all-around player, every head coach's dream. Now he comes in with 75 3 but 80 shot close in mid-range. He is awesome at driving and also finding his teammates. He will be the leader for the next 4 years. Now on the wing, we have one of our best players in transition in Andy Skips. He's going to be a guy that I'm going to find in transition. He's going to get a lot of buckets inside. He doesn't have the best three-point shot at only a 65 rating, but Takihara to Skips in transition is going to be something you better get familiar with, and he is just a freshman as well. Now our big man inside, at least one of them, Malachi Macklin, is going to be the guy probably going to lead our team in scoring as big men goes. As far as big men goes, he actually can shoot the three a little bit too with a 75 3-point rating, but you can just see he is decent, only 76 overall, but we need to recruit obviously to, get better at each position, but right now he's actually a pretty good leader. Number 7 in the middle is going to be our big man, junior Tyrone Jones, and he is going to be probably our leading rebounder this year. He's going to be a guy that I'm going to look for defensively as well, and I think that he's going to have to use his size, 7 feet tall, to really take advantage of the smaller mismatches, but we'll see. Now, we have one really good shooter on the team, and that's Evan Vasquez. Now, he is a guard. I don't know if he's going to be in the starting lineup, but I don't know if this shooting is something you can just leave on the bench. We'll have to see, but he can definitely light it up from 3. I want to know who's going to really take the reins as our leading scorer. Vasquez has a good shot. Now, another big man, number 24, senior Michael Beaufoy. He can also shoot the 3 pretty well, but I think that he's going to need to knock these down in order to really get some consistent playing time. But he is 6'11". He has the size, and he is a senior as well. So really we'll have to see, where exactly he fits in the offense. But I think a stretch 4 is probably his best bet. All right, coming off the bench, we have big man and really all around big man, Ben Layden. He doesn't do anything terrible, doesn't do anything great either. I think he's just an all-around hustle guy. He is a lefty, but he's going to have to come in and play some big minutes. As you can see, all his ratings are 70s across the board. I mean, like I said, he doesn't do anything terrible, but he's not great at anything either. We're going to really have to try out some different lineups to really see what's going to work with this team. But number 45 off the bench, sophomore Jose Springer, is going to be a guy that's going to be a 3-and-D player. I imagine him kind of being that guy off the bench the entire season. I don't really see him being in the starting lineup at all. He is a sophomore. He comes in with an 81 mid-range, 75 3. So he's going to be a decent scorer for us. And obviously being 6'5", he can use his length as well. Now let's talk about the younger guys we will have to develop a little bit. How about Malik Banks, who is the backup point guard? He's got an awesome jump shot. He is a lefty. He's really going to have to improve shooting, I think, but he can handle the ball really well. He is a sophomore, so really he and Takihara are going to be the point guards of the now and the future, and hopefully he can improve all around as we move through this series. Now coming off the bench, some more guys. Martin Posey Jr. is a 6'7" wing. He's going to be a guy that really is going to have to fight for playing time. What does he do well? I'm not exactly sure, but maybe he's one of those guys that looks better in the game than his ratings do. If we need rebounds off the bench, we're going to put in Denzel Morris, who is 6'10". He is a senior, so this is his final year of eligibility, but we will see, what type of role he plays with the team. Vernon Harris is a guy that's going to have to scrap for playing time as well. We're going towards the end of the bench now, but we will see what he can do. He is one of those guys that we don't really know where he fits in right now with the offense. Another young point guard is Malik Justice. He's only 5'11", though. He is going to really have to really show some things. He is a sophomore, so he'll at least have 3 years to really prove himself. And then the last guy on the bench is junior Devin Parham. And I think that he's just going to be a guy that's really going to be a reserve this year. Don't see much opportunities for him to get into the lineup. So a lot of you guys are wondering how we set this up. So this is on NBA 2K23, College Hoops 2K23. That's what I call it. But we do have at least a lot of college programs in here. Most of them that are in the top 25 in real life. And also we have the real rosters as well. So we will actually play this out like a real, college game. We will have a shortened schedule, obviously, from the NBA. We might play every team twice. I'm sure there's like a couple of teams we won't play, but we will get to see everybody here in this series. And one thing I want to emphasize is that we will treat this like college. So obviously we can't take out features like the draft, but we will treat that like recruiting. And then as far as classes for the players, freshmen will be 19, sophomores 20, juniors 21, and then seniors 22. There will be some 23-year-olds as well, but that will be their final year of eligibility also. So we will be playing on 8-minute quarters, and you just see the playoffs is going to be one game, obviously, like college, like the tournament is. And we will still, abide by kind of the RPG role of my NBA, and you can just see we will call him our owner of the school. You can see the Nittany Lions have not really had much team success, so it's not really important to him. But compare that to another program like Duke. Their team success is very, very important, and their level of patience isn't as strong as ours. So we'll have some time to build up the program. So as we take over as kind of the athletic director here in this dynasty, first things first, we have to hire our head coach. Who will be the head coach of the Nittany Lions? Well, just looking at, the staff that is available, there are some really good guys, but there's an issue. We're at Penn State. We're not the biggest draw for coaches. We also don't have the biggest budget. So we're offering these head coaches like 4.16 over 4 years, and that's not going to do it. So we kind of have to go way down the ladder and really get a guy with high potential that may not have the skills right now. We settle on Daniel Weber, who is almost 5-star potential, but look at the offensive coaching and the defensive coaching. It's a half-star. I mean, he is just not good right now. He agrees to become our head coach, but we're really going to have to kind of rebuild with him as well and build him up into being a really good coach. And one thing I want to emphasize is that this is a franchise. It's not going to be pretty early, but we'll see what we end up being. Here are the opening coach rotations here, and this is subject to change, obviously, as we get familiar with the team. But you can see right here, we are going to give Takihara the most minutes for sure. He is our best player, and kind of work off of him and see what works best. He also has the most badges on the team, so we're going to use him to kind of get Malik Justice some of those badges. Justice is only 69 overall, one of those developmental point guards that we'll need to develop. He is just a sophomore. So we'll see what happens, with the rest of these young guys. I'm not sure how they will end up fitting in the rotation, and obviously as this series goes on, we will have recruiting, and, some guys may transfer away. So we open the season versus Kansas, and Kansas led by Jalen Wilson, guys like KJ Adams and Pettiford. I mean, this is going to be a tough opening day matchup, but we'll see how the Nittany Lions fare. Let's go down to the arena for our home opener here in this series.
Let's meet your home team. Starting at shooting guard, number 23, Vasquez. Starting at power forward, number 42, Malachi. number 42. The big man, number 7, Tyrone Jones. The other forward position, number 15, Andy, number 15. At the other guard position, number 22, number 22.
So here we go. At the Bryce Jordan Center, we open up this series at home. A beautiful sold-out crowd here for the Nittany Lions. Hopefully we can pull it out today, but we have probably one of the best teams in the country we're facing to open up this series. But here we go. Number 7, Tyrone Jones, the junior, will get us going. Andy Skips in the lineup. Evan Vasquez, number 23. Macklin in the middle. And Takihara, the point guard, the freshman coming over from Japan. Here we go. The opening possession almost tipped right there. Takihara almost started out with the steal. Here's a drive and a weird shot from the baseline. That's off. Offensive board by Adams, but blocked by Tyrone Jones. Here goes the Nittany Lions the other way. Skips all the way to the basket. He misses, and almost a tip jam by Tyrone Jones. You can see the aggressiveness by Skips, and there's another block by Tyrone Jones. And that's 2 already for him. Here we go. Vasquez trying to look for the first bucket of the game. And 23 drive to the basket, and the sophomore will draw the foul. Evan Vasquez could have the first points of the series going to the free throw line. He is one of our best shooters on the squad. He does knock down the first. He has 2 rebounds already through the first couple of possessions, and he will knock down the second. Nice 2-0 start here for Penn State. How will Kansas get on the board? Here's a jump shot from the free throw line. Back out to Wilson. Wilson's open 4-3, and he knocks it down. Malachi Macklin got away from his man right there, left a man wide open. It's a 3-2 start here for Kansas. Working around the perimeter. Here's Takihara with an open 3, and he will nail it. He is an all-around player. I mean, he can drive to the basket. He can be the distributor, and he can shoot from outside. Here's an open 3. Evan Vasquez, and that one rattles in. And a good start here for the Penn State offense as we have knocked down a couple of threes already. Here's a pass over to the left block. Adams goes up with it, and it looks like Tyrone Jones just a little too aggressive. Will get called for the foul. About 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here is a drive. Evan Vasquez throws that one off, but an offensive board by Jones, and he's there. He's going to need to do that a lot, getting a lot of boards. I think that he's going to lead our team in rebounds. But now here we are, 12-11 game. Here is Jones again. We did get the switch on the smaller point guard, and Jones goes up with it with the left hand. Kansas calls the timeout early. 14-11 start here for Penn State. You got to love the way our offense is looking early. Inside-out game as we now have the 3-point lead. Jose Springer comes off the bench, and that one's going to be blocked off the backboard. Good defensive play that time, as that was MJ Rice Jr., or actually that's Uden Jr. He gets it and goes to the basket, and that one is off the backboard. A nice layup, a nice take. Kind of lazy defense on that one, but Springer does get a shot back. He hits that one from 2 for his first points off the bench. Springer open for 3 again. This one in and out, but offensive board by Michael Beaufoy. And he's going to be a guy that I really, really like, but I want to see what he can do on the defensive side of the ball as well. Here's a 3 missed by Malik Banks, but an offensive board, and that's going to be Ben Layden, the senior. I said he is our hustle guy on the squad, as here is a floater here. Up by 5, Penn State is. That one's off by Pettiford. Here we go the other way. Takihara. Oh, good crossover all the way to the bucket with the left hand. He has that fearless finisher badge, and it's a 7-point lead here for Penn State. Good defense. There's Beaufoy with a good swipe away on that one. Takihara 3 seconds to go, passing it. Ben Layden inside. Beaufoy! A reverse dunk. He cannot get it to go. But a good start here for Penn State in the first quarter. Obviously, this is NBA, so we have to go all 4 quarters. But here we go. Pretty good start here. Kansas down by 7. Here is a lob pass, and this one's deflected. Evan Vasquez all alone, and a foul. It's an and one. The first one of the series. Evan Vasquez he's been impressive so far, showing his versatility, driving to the bucket. I'm not even sure why they fouled him on that one. But 8 points already for Vasquez. But here he leaves his man open that time. That one's MJ Rice, and that one will be knocked down. As here we are up by 8. Here is number 11 Posey into the game, assuming the point guard duties. Martin Posey, and he will find number 0, Malik Banks, the sophomore. He knocks down the 3. We're up by 9. Takihara from mid-range. That one is good. Everybody is getting involved. We're up 11 here in the first half. A minute and a half to go. Pettiford, good pass over to Adams. Left hand off of the backboard. That one's good. Back to single digits here, Kansas. Here's Pettiford on offense. He knocks down the 3 again. 2 big shots here for Kansas as we're now inside a minute to go here. As here's Pettiford, another lob pass inside, looking for Wilson, who is their highest rated player on this team. And he gets that one to go. It's now a 6-point game. Michael Beaufoy inside with the left hand. He almost gets the and one. Does draw the foul on Wilson. Back to an 8-point lead. Now under 10 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot here. Here is some good defense by Macklin, but a lucky shot thrown up right there will get it to go. 2.5 seconds left. Up to Layden. He just throws one up, and that one was in and out. But an excellent start to this game, to this season, in a good first half. Up by 6. So Tyrone Jones leads us with 3 blocks so far, and it looks like Vasquez will have 8 in the first half. But here is Kansas opening up, open 3, but Adams gets the rebound and puts it right back up. 43-37 now. Takihara working the offense. Vasquez was looking for Jones on the inside, but that one somehow was thrown to the other block. And it goes the other way now, as here we are on defense. Here's a nice pass to Harris with the right hand. And now Kansas is only down by 4. Good defense that time by Harris. Here they go the other way. Here we are on defense. Harris inside to Adams, and he draws the foul. And now Kansas is starting to work their way back. They were down by double digits in the first half. Here's a drive by Takihara. Oh, that one possibly should have been a foul, but no call on that one. And here they go the other way. Here's a lob pass into Adams, and it's a tie ball game midway through the third. It's now 43-43. Here we go, pick and roll action. Evan Vasquez driving to the basket. That one will be a foul on Adams as he goes to the line trying to be the first scorer here in double digits for the Nittany Lions. He knocks down the first, and he will also knock down the second as well. 47-46 now, 4 minutes to go here in the third. Open 3, and that's knocked down by Kansas. They have been on a tear so far, 14-4 run. 49-47, Kansas with a 2-point lead, about 3 minutes to go here in the third. Working it to the perimeter. Looks like the offense setting it up here for Kansas. They love to throw these lob passes, but it's just a floater instead. And Jalen Wilson has 13 points in this game. He is leading all scorers so far. Here is Andy Skips in the corner. We know he's not a shooter. He looks for the pick from Tyrone Jones. Looks like they're setting the double team. Takihara, open man, Jones on the outside, but he can't shoot from out there. Posey, he's going to have to heave one up, in a bad possession right there for Penn State. And Kansas with the 4-point lead. More alley-oops to Wilson. And Kansas continues their run. They're all on fire here. I believe this is team takeover. Wilson driving. And that one is good. Kansas with the 8-point lead here. It's 55-47 at that point. Can Penn State come back and stop this run. There's a missed shot here by the Penn State offense. A drive by Wilson. It's an and one. Ben Layden gets called for the foul, and the senior cannot stop Wilson, who leads the game in scoring so far. He's close to 20 points. Layden now backing Wilson up. Actually, that's Adams who was guarding him. Springer, another possession. He's going to have to heave this one up. A fadeaway. That one's off. And here comes Kansas the other way. Pettyford on the defensive board. He's taking his time a little bit. Let's see what he does. Last shot of the third will be from free throw distance. It's knocked down. Kansas with the 11-point lead going into the fourth quarter. So now into the fourth quarter. Here is Banks, Malik Banks, the sophomore, driving, and he does draw the foul and hits the shot. It's an and one. There we go, back to a single-digit lead. Banks knocks down the free throw to bring it to an 8-point lead at that point. 6.5 minutes to go. Another alley-oop, and that's Wilson. How can we not stop these alley-oops? They keep throwing them. And now it's back to a 10-point game. Here is Banks with the missed shot. Tyrone Jones on the boards. He's got 7 boards in this game, 10 points. He's in double digits. Is now a 9-point lead. Here's Jose Springer off the bench. Pass inside to Tyrone Jones, and he can't get that one to go over the smaller Adams. And here goes Kansas the other way. Rice with the three. That's good. Back to a double-digit lead here for Kansas. And Takihara checks into the game now. Down by 12 with 2 minutes to go. We're going to need some big shots. Takihara hits that one. Back to a 10-point lead. Takihara from outside. That's good as well. Now it's a 7-point lead. He's got 12. Now on defense. Jump shot just outside the paint. That's missed by Kansas. Here goes Tyrone Jones with the board. Up to Vasquez. All the way. Right hand flush. And it's a 5-point lead for Kansas. We're on fire. And now there's a minute to go. Another missed shot. That one was a late shot clock 3 on that one. Here is an open shot. Takihara. That one's off. In and out. But an offensive board by Malachi Macklin. And now the shot clock inside 7 seconds. Takihara trying to free some space up. He gets his man off the ground. Back outside. Jose Springer. A 2-point game. In Kansas now, 68-66. Here's a jump shot. That's missed by Wilson. We get the defensive board. And 5 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here is Takihara. We need a good possession here. Down by 2. Looks like we find Vasquez who's open, but his man gets to him. And we pass out of the jump shots. And it's a turnover, and now we have to start fouling. Down by 2 here. Adams goes to the free throw line. That's going to be good. And the second one will also be good. 70-66 at that point. Takihara with 6 seconds to go. He does get a layup. 4.4 seconds to go, but Kansas goes to the line after we foul them. We'll see what happens. They hit both. 72-68. One last heave, and that will do it. Both teams were up by double digits here in the opener. Penn State first in the first half, and then Kansas ended up going on a run, but we ended up making a run with 2 minutes to go. Takihara came in, hit a couple of big shots. It just did not end up being enough. Evan Vasquez led us in scoring. He did go 3 of 12 from the field. He ended up with 18 points, 4 and 4. Takihara ended up with 16 and 6. And then Tyrone Jones ended up with 12 and 11. Then Ben Layden came out the bench, had a few nice possessions on rebounding, but then also had some very bad defensive possessions as well. And then Wilson ended up having 27 and 10. MJ Rice with 16. KJ Adams with 14 and 13. So I hope you guys enjoy this series. This was a surprise one, and I'm very, very excited to see what we can do here. And as we go along in this series, I will explain more how we will set things up and kind of go throughout this with, recruiting and the college rules and all that stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tinny. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. but I'm from the east side. This how we slide, this how we ride, yeah, yeah, this how we